I don't remember. Oh shit, okay. So, do you guys remember the drama some time ago, like a couple months ago, about how she was whining about how somebody copied her design? And she got a shit ton of backlash from that, by the way. Again, I covered it a while ago. But then, now, she is very much unable to step away from drama. Jesus. I don't trust that much will change under Trump, but he is quite amusing to watch. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? It feels like lots is being attempted to change. Yeah, I'll be surprised if it lasts, and hopefully the changes are for the better. Don't think it was a mistake. He's already been doing and attempting to do a lot, and a lot of people are already feeling the effects of said changes. Just his threats are causing changes. Example? Okay. Okay, so basically, yeah. I suppose one could argue that this is more purposeful ignorance towards politics or a somewhat right-leaning take. Would you guys agree with that? Basic take? Oh yeah, no, to a certain extent, I think it's like, I don't follow the politics in America. I don't actually know, so I'm not gonna speak up on that. I'm just going to mostly talk about the drama. This little tweet over here caused a shit ton of shitstorms. Then she makes this out. I have a pretty bleak view of the world. I'm willing to hear people out. Politics brings out the worst in people, but it'll never cease to shock me that what some VTubers say of their private account. Do you think you're taking things a little too far, Boogaboo? People said the same. Okay. So I'm going to assume this is probably the private account. Someone killed this woman. How are you a VTuber and a raging racist idiot? I shouldn't have to explain to you current world events like you're 5. Grow up. Wow! God! Wow! That is so funny. That is so funny. And that is funny because okay, so for some context, I think that's funny because I see this sort of comment in my DMs every day. Chat, Rima and Parrot knows the amount of death threats and how many like ill wishes that I get on my DMs. Like they've seen it. Yeah, that escalated very, very quickly. And then I'm not gonna lie. First of all, I was not telling you to kill yourself. I was being dramatic on my private account because duh. Second of all, I stand by what most said. Though I don't support people being ignorant and distasteful about the current state of the world, it's a terrifying time for many communities. And to sit there from your ivory tower saying it's amusing is gross, and I don't stand by that. Leaking what I had said on a private account, posting it publicly looking for drama is just not what I'm about either. So block me and follow me. I don't really give a fuck really, y'all. So to a certain extent, I think this is based. It's a little unhinged. Well, it's not a little unhinged. It's super unhinged. But it's kind of based. We're just saying, yeah, on my private account, of course I'm gonna say shit. I'm going to say exaggerated, like nasty shit. And on the other hand, yeah, you leaking that is fucking drama farming. So it's like, I don't give a, you're a worse person than me. Fuck you. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I think that's funny. Yeah. My god. Oh my god. And then, oh god. Example of hate on the side of the bar. Her take might have been ignorant, but what? Oh yeah, I already read that. That's why we don't have politics in VTubing usually. Yeah, it's why I normally don't like to talk about it, but I do talk about politics adjacent drama in VTubing because I think they're funny. Why do people think telling someone to kill themselves is acceptable? Oh, it's because, you know, when you're not speaking the term kill yourself or you should die to somebody whose reactions, whose verbal response and whose tones you can hear, see, and feel, it's easier to do because it's the internet. It's much more easy to tell people to kill themselves or that they should or wish them ill will on the internet because you don't see their reactions. It's very easy to dehumanize people online. Probably amusing to you if you're privileged and too dense to see that has already changed. 880k views. Jesus. I've always given this person the benefit of the doubt for having poor social skills, but I guess they're just overall an extremely cringe person. What an apt way to put it. He's funny and charming. Yeah, it's so charming that he's ordering to shut down DEI programs and shutting down services that allow for legal immigrants to enter America. I think he says some pretty silly things. I think he says some pretty silly things, which is to no one's surprise. If things are changing for the worse in your opinion, I'd like to know what changes he's making that you don't like. I'm curious because we may agree to disagree. So she's not wrong. I think Trump does say a lot of silly things, and I think that's why he's so popular and why he won. Because elections chat, any sort of things where the public vote or the public opinion matters, the way to drive that up is to say the most outrageous things, to say the funniest things, to exaggerate a lot of things, and to tell people things what they want to hear. It's basically a popularity contest. The most noise you can get for yourself, you win. Doesn't matter if it's bad noise or good noise. The most noise. Because that's essentially what like popularity contests are. It doesn't matter if you've done something bad, because like if because there's going to be a large contingent of people that have barely knows what you've done, but will still vote for you because they've seen your name around and you thought, hey, I know this guy. I don't know him, but I've seen his name around, and then they vote for him. I think that's like a very critical flaw of democracy and like anything that involves votes and popularity contests. Yeah. I think before making such a distasteful tweet, it's good to do some research so you don't get dogpiled on Twitter. To a certain extent, maybe I think Powder is actually doing this for attention. I don't know if she's actually genuine or not. Okay. I don't really... Wow, okay, wow. Wow. Okay, bro, no, 100%, okay, no, 100% she has to be farming it. She has to be farming it. Dogpiling will be an issue when it comes to politics. I think I understand what you're telling me. You have a problem with all of these things? Are these things changing for the worse in your opinion? She's actually, I don't think she's egging them on, but she's basically asking for responses. Like, you know what I mean? Having different opinions on the others does not mean the other party knows nothing. Yeah, okay. If you know nothing about them, don't associate yourself with politics if you know nothing about them, or if you're going to be purposely ignorant. Okay, this is not relevant. I mean, it's relevant, but like not relevant to the matter at hand. Oh god, no, she has to be farming it, right? I don't know. I actually truly don't know. Yeah, hold on. And then this guy says, your own VTuber parents abandoned you. You keep ignoring when hundreds of people have pointed out that they aren't safe and that their families are already being affected, negating your statement. Why are you still laughing in your video? Here's what I think. So this is why I think this is like what made me think that she was probably farming it. But then I dug through these responses and she answers to most of them. Yeah, she's definitely farming it. Hold on. There's a huge audience, people looking for VTubers that are not left-leaning. And given the results of the elections, I assume it would be easy to grift towards that audience. Oh yeah, no. Political grifting is always going to be present no matter which side of the sphere you're on. Remember when a lot of people, well, I mean, not a lot of people, a lot of companies like Disney, for example, a bunch of these other places were heavily left-leaning, all DEI and shit, right? Remember when they did that? These companies pretending to care about the LGBTQ community? Well, now they're going to pretend to care. Now that like Trump is here and that the world is like, you know, have this going on. Now they're going to pretend that they've always hated the LGBTQ community. Now they're going to pretend that they've always been right-leaning all along. Because that's how people are. That's how companies are. Especially when a person has a financial incentive to like go to the other side, change teams. Yeah, that's always what they do. Anyway, let's watch this.
Hello YouTube. I recently made a tweet that caused a massive uproar on Twitter.
Uh-huh.
And if
Yes,
you're
you
wondering
did.
what that tweet was, well, this is it.
Yeah, she's making memes about it. She's basically memeing it. I don't actually, from the things that I'm seeing and the memes, from the things that I've been seeing and what I've been exposed to, I don't think this is true at all. But, you know, yeah.
My tweet has over 1 million views, and the Pitchfork Party is running after me. And if you make a vague tweet about Trump, this is what's gonna happen.
Oh. Oh, hey, we've seen these. I think she did a bad move here. When you're going to do something like this, get the worst tweets that involve death threats and not people that are actually just upset and showing concern. Like, for example, right? Like this is not necessarily a bad tweet or something that deserves to be clowned on. Yeah. Did that guy? Oh, Nazi. Oh, okay. I was about to say, is that the N-word? Was it blurred?
People find this opinion so hard to believe they're calling me a dog-whistling alt-right Nazi grifter. And I just don't get it. These people are absolutely unhinged. Love him or hate him, Trump is pretty amusing.
A short time from now, we are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, and we will restore the name.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking... No, see... I do agree that Trump is amusing to watch. He's funny. Why do you think Andrew Tate became so popular? And why it's like a small minority, it's not, I don't even know if it's a small minority. Like a shit ton of people got, like, actually bought into his bullshit. It's like Andrew Tate fucking speaks the most unhinged, funny shit ever. Because he does. And, like, it's so stupid. Because, chat, obviously this is stupid, right? Like, changing the fucking name of Mexico to the Gulf of America, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. But it's so ridiculous that it becomes amusing. Yeah.
Other people were upset with the fact that I said I don't trust.
But I think the reason why people are upset is because there's a difference between Trump saying that sort of shit versus Trump actually doing shit that actually affects a lot of people. Right? And if you make memes around, you know, something that is actually, quote, endangering other people's lives or like ruining other people's lives, is that something worth making fun about? That's one thing to ponder of. What's my take? Let's see, what would my take be? I think you should be allowed to make jokes of anything. I am very much a follower of AHA. I think you should be able to make memes about anything. Make jokes, rather. That being said, I'm not a free jokes absolutist, right? Like, I'm not going to fucking parrot Elon Musk. I think if you're going to make jokes of anything, you need to read the fucking room first. Read the room first. Like, obviously, you making a joke about somebody dying in front of a funeral with their family members there is not okay, right? Obviously. But making a joke about somebody dying in a context that's not from that, like, let's say you're just making jokes about it on school with your friends, that should be fine. Yeah. Like, read the room. Like, you have to know when to make the joke. You can make jokes about anything, but you need to know when you can make that joke. You know what I mean? Elon hates when people make fun of him, though. Oh, yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, you know, Elon Musk saying that he's a free speech absolutist when he's absolutely not that. Yeah. This is why I advocate for VTubers that are apolitical to refrain from mentioning political related things or religion. Yeah. In general, though, I think indie VTubing is inherently political now. That's my take. I feel like far are we from the VTubing where, you know, we used to be like traditional. We used to not care about the spaces beyond us. You know, we were mostly Japanese centric. We didn't care about Japanese politics. A lot of us didn't. But because EN VTubing, especially in the indie scene, is like Americanized or like heavily leans towards an American demographic now, people are going to have to care about their politics now. Right? And to a certain extent, I do get it. Because if certain VTubers' livelihoods are being like affected, and even key concepts and key parts of the industry are being affected by politics, especially, let's say AI, for example. How is AI going to affect the VTubing industry? I feel like when it comes to shit like that, you kinda have to care. Maybe, to a certain extent. Like, it's complicated, I would like to think. Like, traditionalism has totally died at this point. That's why I laugh at it now. Is it mean to laugh at it? Perhaps. But I'm on the other side of the world. Obviously, Trump and anything the US does, even presidents beyond Trump, can affect the Philippines. But I'm a nihilist. I've stopped caring about the circumstances of the world. I'm going to die in 5 years anyway. So it's like I stopped caring, you know? And I think you should be allowed to not care. I think you should be allowed to not care about situations that do not involve you. Where are these people when China is exploiting children to make their like products? Where are these people when Ukraine right now is actively being harassed and bombarded by Russia? You know? Of course they care about American politics because the American politics affect them. But they're not gonna care about Chinese politics because Chinese politics don't affect them. You know? At least not directly. That's my take on it. I think you're allowed to not care. Especially when you don't live there.
Just much will change. Am I wrong? Are presidents known for fulfilling their campaign promises? They're gonna serve the rich and powerful while their constituents play the game of left versus right party politics. If you guys can't see that, it's...
I think in general her take is like not wrong. It's probably the way she phrased it. Because like when you look at this tweet, it's quite lukewarm and without any further expansion on the point. It makes it seem like she is a little right-leaning. Just a little. You know what I mean?
See that? It's over. Anywho, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, buddy. This is literally the most neutral stance you can take except for the laughter. VTubers could avoid issues like this by just not talking about politics. It's why most have it as a rule for the Twitch chat. Oh yeah, no, 100%. Just don't talk about politics as a VTuber. Just don't. In general, don't.
You look stupid right now. You don't look educated a little bit.
Get your education.
Let me an asshole. That's kind of an asshole. But you get what I'm saying. Don't just shut up. Stop talking. Don't say anything else. Just be quiet. It'll be.
I hope she understands the consequences that an opinion like that has. She did say whatever she wants, but people will also react however they want. Hold on. I am not okay, chat. I am not okay. Again, I want to see how this affects her. Oh yeah, no, I think she's gonna get big from this. Let's see. Let's see her Twitch tracker. Oh. Surprisingly, not that much. She lost a lot of followers, though. Oh. I was thinking she was actually going to probably grow from this because, like, when a situation like this happens, normally people that want to defend her, or let's say like right-leaning people that want to defend her, would normally want to support her by going into their streams and following her as well, just to counteract the losses that she's experienced. Normally that's what happens. Trump spending the last week stripping people's rights while you tweet nothing much will change. Oh yeah, I guess actually, you know what? It may be wrong. That whole tweet is actually kind of wrong, no? Because wasn't there like, didn't Trump remove the US from the World Health Organization and only declared that there's only two genders, male and female, and also started deporting people? So yeah, actually a lot of things are changing under Trump, like in the first like 5 years, 5 days. And it's a lot of the things that he promised.